might have a few things sitting around that just don't need to be out, right? Professional organizer Ty Edwards, if I can speak today, I apologize. Ty Edwards is here, all things in place to help us start clearing away the clutter for good. Now, just talk about what type of clutter do you have around? Well, you don't have any around your house, but what kind of clutter? What's the definition of clutter here?
I think we all have some clutter that we just don't really think about. And basically, clutter is anything that's just kind of laying around that you haven't designated a home to that is just taking up space.
Yeah.
Maybe you use it, maybe you don't. You use it like every now and then, but it's still taking up space. So what I brought today were just things that are representative of clutter that sometimes we don't even think about.
First off, I want to say I'm so happy to know that you're not the only other person that does this, is get like the sauce packets from the fast food
and then
places.
you take it home.
And then you take it home like, oh yeah, I'm going to dip my chicken in that later.
And do you?
No, it just sits
and
there.
it just sits there, but yet you don't throw it out.
Yes.
So, like I said, these are just things that I thought would be just great to just kind of bring up. Some of the things that people that create clutter that people may not think about. You think about clutter, things that have no home. So that's like clutter is objects with no storage.
Yeah.
The bikes are just piled in a
Oh
corner.
yeah, the
and
bikes just go lean up against the wall in the garage. Sure.
So things like that. You also have bargain clutter. That's when someone says, "Oh, let me go. I went to the store."
Oh,
and
it's a good deal.
It was a good deal. But is it really a good deal if you don't really use it?
If you don't use it, you don't have a place for it.
Right, exactly. The other thing are things that masquerade as clutter is trash.
Oh, yeah.
That could be like mail that you haven't read, like junk mail that's
Junk
just
mail.
sitting on
Oh,
the
yeah.
counter.
Oh, but there's a $2 coupon on that. I want to hold on to it just in case.
So those are things that you can actually get rid of, or things that you said, "Oh, I was going to go to the store. I was going to get this repaired," and you don't.
You just never do. So why is it important to purge all that clutter and get it out?
Because clutter will cause you a lot of stress, not only within the home, but also in your mind.
Yeah.
So if you can free your home, you free your mind. It also paralyzes you. I've gone to people's homes where they had so much stuff that they didn't do anything, and it paralyzes you.
Really?
So you kind of don't want to be in that position as well.
Well, as an organizer yourself, what can you suggest for putting some of a good purpose to some of this clutter items? 'Cause
Right.
I know you got like the cell phones over here, some of the glasses. I know those can be used.
Right. So glasses. If you contact the Lions Club, they will accept your old glasses. Cell phones. Everybody gets a new cell phone. What to do with the old one if you don't sell it? Domestic violence centers can use the cell phones. Also towels. Animal shelters can always use towels. So that's something that I always like to share. And books. If you read books and you're done with them, the libraries always have annual sales. So if they're gently used, that's a good idea to donate those things there.
Okay, and what about just some of the everyday items that we have like these magazines that we get monthly. We get salt and pepper shakers.
This is a perfect example. I bought this cookbook for like 3 recipes, and I still held on to it. But what I've decided—
Were they good recipes though?
Yeah, they're really good
Good.
recipes. So if you get a binder and create your own recipes, just take out what you need, get rid of the book. Especially if it's just taking up space, you kind of don't need that. The other thing that I'd like to say. Pictures, if you just go ahead and digitize your pictures, because a lot of times they're just in a box in the corner, and you don't ever really go back to them, and everything's computerized anymore. And another thing, invest in a scanner, because sometimes you have stacks and stacks of paper.
Oh, yes.
If you scan those documents, this pile can go from this to
get
nothing.
rid of it.
You know, so those are just simple things that resources.
All right, well, Ty Edwards, we appreciate you being here today and bringing all your clutter
my
here.
clutter.
We're going to purge it all now.
Let's try that.
All right.